I believe that we need to set this particular debate today in a manner which will begin to look at how we go about preventing this type of damage from occurring time and time again during future storms. As global climate change continues to develop, and with many climate experts now claiming that Ireland's winters will likely become wetter and colder over the coming years, we as legislators need to ensure that there are better systems in place nationally in order to help to minimise the damage affected by flooding. This includes improving our overall national response to a flooding crisis. It includes developing better flood prevention mechanisms such as flood defences, and it also includes taking a serious look at our planning regulations and at the approval of housing developments in rural areas which are subject to sporadic flooding. Over the last 2 months, I visited a large number of family homes in County Sligo and Leitrim who have been affected by the recent flooding episodes. In fact, I am advised that up to 10 houses which have been evacuated since December in County Sligo, no family has yet returned, such as the level of destruction caused. No family should be forced out of their homes over Christmas, and if they are, they should be met with the best level of care and assistance possible from the state. Hundreds of businesses have been affected by the storms, with over 135 being inaccessible for access in County Leitrim, and many others in County Sligo also have to close with major losses of income to the owners. Farmers have been affected too, with a large number being put off their lands. When I visited these damaged homes and businesses, the first thing that became clear to me was the total sense of helplessness and fear. Water in many cases rose up through the ground, or else flowed in so fast that the damage could not be contained. Whilst we may not have been able to stop the water on this occasion, we can begin to put measures in place that will seek to stop it in the future, or seek to minimise the damage caused. In fact, there are a number of things which can be done now. For example, we can construct new flood defences, we can dredge more of our rivers, and we can ensure that no more new houses are built on floodplains. We can introduce insurance levies, that we can arrange that the worst affected families can be compensated by the government for having to move from their homes to higher ground. However, another simple response which I believe that this government could take is to look at the social welfare assistance on offer as a means test involved. It is very annoying to read about the supposed social welfare assistance payments which were being made available to assist families affected by the flooding, because of all the homes which I delivered these forms to, not one was granted any financial assistance because of the means test. Flood damage is flood damage, and if assistance is being offered, it should be offered to everyone who has been affected. This is my opinion, and we pay our taxes. No household can take the hit which storm damage leaves, either insured or not. However, I do wish to welcome the government's swift response to our over 20 million for businesses and households who could meet the means test. To conclude, I strongly believe that we need greater assistance from our European partners in order to help us to develop and pay for these new flood defences. On that basis, I would call on the government to seek more funding than has already been identified for this purpose in the current EU budget. And finally, I want to pay a strong tribute to the staff of both Sligo and Leitrim County Council, respectively, for their efforts, and indeed all the other agencies who have worked extremely hard over the last number of weeks to try and eliminate the concerns of many people. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy.